There's an interesting trial at the courts on Victoria Square, and on trial is democracy. The story goes like this. Chris Hanna was an independent MP from the state seat of Mitchell in Adelaide's southern suburbs. During the election campaign, Labor had put out pamphlets accusing Hanna of being soft on crime. Labor had prepared the ground for this allegation with wildly exaggerated press releases and news conferences about hoon drivers and bikies and worse, ramping up community fears about crime gangs and making householders feel unsafe outside their own homes and not much safer inside. Soft on crime, a death sentence in an election campaign. Labor even had huge signs outside the polling booths. Hanna, soft on crime. He lost the election by 213 votes out of more than 22,000 to Labor candidate Alan Sibbins. Hanna is ropeable and he'd like to string somebody up. He's taken his case to the Court of Disputed Returns, claiming that the material distributed against him was misleading and defamatory, and that therefore there should be a fresh election, which he'd probably win. But how can you tell if Hanna is soft on crime? Labor relies on a speech Hanna once gave in Parliament. The whole speech puts it into context, but Labor quoted selectively to make it look as if Hanna was soft on crime. Hanna wants to use the entire parliamentary speech in full to support his case that he was robbed. Lawyers for the defendant say that he should not be allowed to tender the parliamentary speech in evidence, arguing that the courts should not inquire into the motives of MPs for their conduct or comments in Parliament. So, Labor has used a parliamentary speech, or just a snippet of it, to allegedly defame a political opponent, but doesn't want the whole speech to be used by the opponent in his own defence. That's democracy in South Australia. The trial continues.